everyone. I'm going to chat a bit about Psalm 74 today, and in particular the power of stories and telling stories about God. And this psalm is a lament. It's written in Babylon, where God's people have been taken in exile after their land has been invaded, the temple's been destroyed, their lives have been completely turned upside down. And what's more than that, it seems like God is silent in this. The psalmist says, we're given no signs from God, no prophets are left, none of us knows how long this will be. It looks like a really big defeat on God's part. But the psalmist gets hope from recalling who God is and his victories in the past, and in particular looking at the story of creation, which I found really interesting because I've been reading Genesis 1 and 2 over lockdown, and I've been really surprised at how relevant it seemed to be, how much it's spoken to me in this situation, in particular looking at themes of light and darkness. And in fact, the psalmist says in verse 16, the day is yours and also the night is yours. You are Lord over it all, whether things are going well or whether things look dark and dingy. And at the end of the psalm, the psalmist says, he appeals to God and says, please remember us, remember that we are here. And we know from reading stories in the Bible that God did remember his people, that he brought them back out of exile, that the temple was rebuilt, and what's more than that, that God sent his own son Jesus to save everyone forever. And so I've just been really encouraged about the importance of reading these stories and remembering these stories that have been written down for us. And it also reminds me of a song that we sing quite a lot at the moment called Waymaker, where it says some of the names that we use for God, like you're the Waymaker, you're the miracle worker, you're the promise keeper, the light in the darkness. We can remember these names and they can encourage us. And it also says, even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. And I think that just sort of ties in with what this psalm is trying to say as well.